From the cockpit of Starstalker, you can see an approaching island. There is nestled amidst this greenery of an island jungle, and set above some pristine sandy beaches is a communications array tower. The central tower of the communications array building is the most prominent feature. This thing is reaching high into the sky. The tower itself is covered in a sort of reflective material that mimics the colors of the tropical jungle around it, allowing it to blend in. Very similar in style to the previous complex of buildings that you'd seen, but is very obviously to all of you, I think it would be pretty clear that this is a communications array tower with communications devices and radar dishes. There is a couple of smaller buildings and some walkways that seem to wind through the jungle that connect different areas of the complex. As Dax is bringing the shuttle that you're on towards this island, you can see that there are 3 landing pads. 2 are empty, but on one is a very clearly marked Empire Lambda class shuttle. At the central doorway to the communications tower are 3 clones. What are you doing?
Sorry, I was distracted by how awesome the music is.
I will get out of the cockpit and say, well, we better start scanning.
Whoa. There's troopers out there.
I don't know if we want to be here.
We should go.
Oh, we're just gonna leave right now. That'll be pretty suspicious. We're working for the Empire, remember?
Yeah, but
we don't want to get in their way.
They're gonna recognize
whatever it is
us.
they're doing.
We'll go out there and explain to them what's going on then. And I'll open the...
No.
What if they
Sit
recognize
down.
you?
They're definitely gonna recognize you. What are you, nuts?
I'm not going out there.
I was in disguise when we were on Umbara.
Okay, or
Sure.
we could just not. We could just run the scan from the ship and then move on.
We'll run the scan. But they're gonna come over here.
They're already coming over here. They're making their way down the beach towards the landing pads.
All right, well, run the scan and let's get out of here. Hurry up. Press the button. Do the thing. I don't know what any of this does.
Right. If I remember, I was in the cockpit with the. I was in the co-pilot.
You're wherever you want to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I will. Right. So which one is the scan? Dax. Yellow was the other one. I'm sure it's.
No. It's the green, and then it'll bring up a display, and then you swipe to the right, and it's right there.
It's your scan didn't bring up any of this when you did that one scan you said?
No. We weren't over here.
I assume you scanned something around. Go a little bit of a distance too.
Either then this base has either been here or it has some sort of shielding on it for our scans, or it was erected overnight, or at least within the last couple of hours. And I don't think that's true. Why would this base be shielded from scans?
Maybe they're doing something they don't want us to be aware of.
Well,
Either
we should
way.
go.
Right.
I don't think
You
we
don't
should.
think that's gonna raise more suspicion to just leave us there approaching? I'm with you, Hop. Be here as little as possible, but
It's better to lie when they can't see our faces than to lie when they can. In this particular situation.
all right.
Right. I'm
Get
quite
outta here.
curious though what they are.
I don't want to wait and find out.
Well, there's also the whole thing that we know that the communications have been shut down on this island. Looks like this is the place where it's been shut down. We might be able to help the people that live here.
We can't help anyone if we're dead. We should go. They can help themselves.
Right.
I'll
Let me scan one more time. And I'm gonna go through the actions screen, swipe right, trying to just see if I can get any sort of scan.
What are you scanning for?
Great question. I think I want to scan for, well,
These are not like, by the way, just so we're aware of what scanning and sensors do in Star
Right.
Wars, these aren't like high-tech expanse Battlestar scans. These are like Star Wars. This is basic
right.
life
It's just-
science.
There's a blip on
and
the
you
radar.
you can also usually intercept like communications from the Empire and therefore determine that there is an Empire presence there, and that's kind of how you're doing that. Or it's
I
how
think-
Dax was doing it, and
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
I would think I would be doing a scan that would, it would probably just be life forms. And if that isn't, if that is showing, I feel like it probably would show up unless it actually is stealthed. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a life form scan and just try to see, because I'm still not convinced that this base is, because it's visually, obviously, Imperial base.
Well, no, it belongs to whoever was inhabiting the island, before the Empire seemed to have sort of annexed this planet. Cessid is predominantly an aquatic planet, so almost everything that lives here, or at least the homeworld species of the Drayden, live underwater. So there are some surface islands and areas that have like surface buildings, like the one that you came from. The style of architecture is very similar to the one before, so it's likely that this belongs to that same company that was responsible for the testing and the research on the previous island. It looks like the same kind of building, but in the way that one was abandoned, this one has clearly been claimed or whatever by the Empire. And the company name, just to remind you all, I'll write it in our group as well, is the Atoli Pharmaceutical Company.
Right. And yeah, I'm going to, you said I can do like some sort of comms scan.
You can
like,
do
deduce
so
Imperial
you can,
presence.
That's generally how you're figuring out whether there's an Empire presence in an area,
I'll
and
do
that with the Starstalker you can kind of do that from almost anywhere, which is why you're able to scan planets that are multiple sectors away.
Cool.
You can deduce that there's an Empire presence on this island anyway, because there is a Lambda class shuttle, which is the big foldy boy, and there are literally clone troopers heading towards the shuttle right now.
I think I will hop on.
It won't give you any more information on like how many there are or anything like that. It's way too broad of a scan. Also, life forms will also bring back like birds and fish and stuff. So it's not always the most useful thing. It can be, and I've generally in my head just kind of consigned that to it being a difficult role, because it always is. It's a difficulty 3 computers check to do those scans.
I think I'm scanning, but I don't know if Rugo knows what scan he's doing. He could just be scanning and then just sort of like looking at Hop.
It doesn't matter. We're scanning
to read.
That's all Hop really cares about. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to get on the communications to like actually broadcast out of the ship towards the approaching troopers.
Okay. What are you doing first? Scanning or
I think as he's hitting the scanner, I'm gonna hit the communication.
All right.
Can we do them both at the same time or no?
Well, I just want to deal with one at a time because each one is a roll. Well, the first one is definitely a roll. So let's do the computers check. We're going to make me a difficulty 3 computers check. Cool. And then we'll,
I'm just
they are happening at the same time, but,
have
do
a
the clunky roll
boost
first.
too, if I can help that. I have a tick in computers.
Yep,
Yeah, I'll take
that's
it.
1 blue.
Anybody need any
The whole time this is
strain?
happening, I'm staring out the window, sort of watching them approach.
Yeah. A success and a threat on this. There is a lot of life on this island and a lot of things going on. I think really for these scans, what you're getting is probably not going to be massively helpful in terms of specificism, but this island seems to only have an Imperial presence. It'll be whoever was on that Lambda. At minimum, it would be a squad of troopers, which is likely to be between like 9 and 12. At maximum, I think a Lambda can hold like 30 or 40, and I can double check. And they're for sure here. There are some local communications that you can pick up on, but at the same time as doing this scan, I think Nuada, you recognize that communications are being completely disrupted here. With the communications array here being off, it is also being used as a relay for long distance communications. So you simply do not have any sort of long distance communications beyond the ones that you would have on your small comms, the little ones that you would
Even
be
like
carrying.
a broadcast speaker out of the ship.
You're just using like a megaphone?
Yeah, like a megaphone out the ship as they're approaching.
I mean,
So we
yeah,
don't
you
have
can
to get out and
probably do
speak to
that.
them.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were trying to
Yeah.
use like your comms. But
No.
But
Just-
for the sake of understanding, long range
Mm-hmm.
comms here are completely down. They're being they're not like being actively disrupted, but because the relay isn't working, there is no way for any sort of long range comms to find you. But it also means there's no long range comms going out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is why that's a success and a threat. And you are gonna speak
Yeah.
through like there's probably like a really basic thing. I got a thing for you if you want it.
Sure.
There's probably like a really basic communication thing on the
Speaker.
outside that is like barely even functioning as a megaphone on this ship, because it's not really what it's designed for.
Mhm.
But you can definitely activate that, I guess, as we see sort of Nuada lean forward, hit a button.
Please stop moving forward. We're doing some scans for the Empire. You're gonna mess everything up. Could you just hold right there, please? Please. No, wait. Hold up on the scan. Just hold on for a second. Could you hold moving, please? Oh, we're gonna have to start it again, aren't we? Oh, that's all right. You can start it again.
Right, okay, I'll stop.
All right, you're gonna have to make me a check.
Yeah.
A deception check, please.
Ooh, boy.
And I guess the difficulty. Let me see if I can do this with the clones before. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I'll just set your difficulty. You have to beat this clone's roll of 1 success and 3 advantages.
Okay. Is anybody going to
Take a boost from me.
boost me? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
What skill is it?
Deception.
Deception.
Yeah, hilarious. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah, and I know that Dax could, but he's not going to.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I didn't do the difficulty. I'm so sorry.
There is
Or
no
no,
difficulty,
there is no
but you didn't add a
difficulty.
blue.
Okay.
You've got to add a blue though, so
Oh, okay.
reroll it anyway.
Um,
Would have been a success.
I mean, just kidding.
Nope, we always reroll.
I know. I'm just
Brad, we always reroll. Okay. I'm not still thinking of the time you didn't reroll.
Two
Still
successes
a
and
success.
2 advantages. Yeah. So the 3 clones are quite close at this point. And as soon as the megaphone blurts, you see them stumble. They go to like kind of raise their rifles that they're holding, and then they stop and turn to each other. They're clearly speaking, but you can't hear them from inside the ship. But they don't come any closer. They just kind of speak for a moment. One of them
And I
probably
just-
holds up his communicator that's on his
Follow orders. Yeah,
local.
good. Follow orders.
I look around the cockpit and I'm just like, I shrug.
Thank you very much. Now, we're doing scans for the Empire here. We're trying to look and see what kind of life forms there are. I believe we're looking for a particular type. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Could you let me know how many humanoids you have on right here so that I can subtract them from the scans?
They start moving amongst themselves. They're talking, and then they do this. They kind of
You got fingers, right? You can just hold up.
they hold
I
one
just need
hand
a
up,
general. Okay, thank you. I
And-
appreciate it.
and then they speak into their communicator again on their arm. There's a moment that passes, and then you see them doing this.
Okay, well, none? Okay, all right.
And
Well,
they go like this.
yeah, no communications, I know. Yeah, okay, wrap
and
it
then
up.
they-
Okay, all right,
and
we're
then
going,
they
we're going.
Usher you
Don't
out
worry.
and off the ship.
Nope.
Take off, take off, take off.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
We've got
Sounds
to
rough,
talk
right?
to him now, and I'll open the door and walk out.
What are you?
No,
What are you doing?
Hop stands in the way
Driver's side
immediately.
door and hops out.
What are you doing?
I don't think you could get in the way of me opening the door. Are you
I
standing
100%
there?
You're in the
could.
I mean, you
cockpit.
hit the
We're
button
in the cockpit
and
right now.
and it opens.
I'm not in the cockpit.
Aren't you flying the thing?
You were flying the
No.
thing.
I said at the start I'd get out of the cockpit and head towards the door.
Oh,
So maybe the water
okay.
shifted
okay.
into
I guess we're flying.
for comms.
Okay.
Push him out. Let's leave. Let's go. He can take care of himself. Hop force presses the button. What roll do I need to make?
I don't think you need to make a
button?
roll for it. I think you can probably just.
Do it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, how hard is it to?
Do the button.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he runs over and stands right in between Dax because I'm assuming. Does Hop recognize the clone troopers? He could see them. Are these like
yes.
nondescript ones? Or?
No, these guys have diamonds on their armor, predominantly in the center of their helmets.
Their
So
helmet. Oh, yeah.
you would recognize these to be the clones that were with Master Lutwal when she was shot during Order 66, or the command came down for Order 66 when you were.
Right, he would also recognize.
So he gets in between Dax and the door and looks him dead in the eyes and says, I know what you're thinking. I know what those are. And you've been lying to us. He says it
Wait, what?
very
What's going
quietly.
on? You don't really have time to sit and chat. Are we leaving or what?
We
So
need
what?
to go.
Are you gonna shoot me in the head as well?
Me? I
Just get
might.
rid of all your
Tempt me.
problems.
Give me a reason. She would not have wanted this.
Okay.
Revenge is not the way.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Even I know that.
Are we leaving?
Sorry, hold on. One second. We're having a trouble. You're going to disrupt the scans if you step any closer. Just, can you wait 5 minutes?
You're going to get your
They
friends
don't
killed.
look like they're going to wait 5 minutes, but they don't do anything right now.
I'll try and try to open the door again.
What are you?
I'm going to try to block him.
We have
What
to
is
say
going on?
something to them, Or they
We have
are
to go.
going.
I am
They
saying
told us-
something to them. Pop
have
just
to
said
go.
our risk increases the moment they see our face. We got to make this work.
Very true.
Well,
If
then-
you don't sit down, I'm gonna tell them.
There's only 3 of them. We can take them.
What?
There's probably more
What?
than 3 of them.
What do you mean?
Use your brain, kid.
Okay, wait. First, you want to help the people of the planet and risk ourselves to do it, which is just so unlike you. Great, but very unlike you. And second, now you just want to storm out there and get into combat for no reason instead of hiding and being stealth? What's going on?
I didn't
Hi.
say that. I said we could take them if we needed to.
But if we don't have to, why would we? We can
Well,
just leave now. The communications
gotta
are
go.
down. They wouldn't be able to tell anybody that we were here before we left.
You don't know that for sure.
I don't know that for sure, but I also, don't know what's going to happen when I walk out that door either. Our odds are better to leave while our ship is unharmed and we're not face to face and they haven't seen our faces,
As soon
right?
as that door opens, we're in danger. We know that. We're sure of that.
Are you gonna tell him, kid, or am I?
I can't pilot this, Dax, please.
Well, I guess you better go over there and pilot then, shouldn't you?
I'm not moving from this spot. I'm not getting out of your way. The
What
second
is
I
going
move-
on?
Last time. I don't like repeating myself. Are you gonna tell him, or am I?
They're looking rather antsy out here.
I don't want to blow up your spot, kid. Sit down, and we can go.
Yeah, I don't take orders from you.
Who do you take orders from, Dax? No one.
All right, the scan's almost done. We'll put the ship down in just a second. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Is the ship down? Are we hovering?
I'll hail the Empire.
Perfect.
Those troopers. He looks over to Rugo and Nuada. Pauses. Look, eyes dart at Dax. Back at them. They will definitely know me. They killed Master Lutois.
Right.
Is
So
that
we should
true?
leave.
Dax?
How did I know? I wasn't there.
Yes, you were.
We've got a chance right now to get answers. We've got
For
no
what?
idea what's happening. For what?
For what?
know
We don't
what's
need
going on.
answers.
Don't misdirect. Stop, Hop. Don't misdirect. Is it true?
Aye.
And when did you know that?
Does it really matter right now?
It
We've
matters
got
to
an
me.
opportunity here. We don't have a lot of time to talk about it.
He's right. We don't. They're beginning to move.
I'm gonna try to pilot the ship out of here.
I'm gonna press the yellow button because I know that that's a button I need to press to go pilot this.
I'm going. Don't leave yet. This is a chance that we may never get again.
Yeah, well, you had your chance to talk to us all about it before you knew and decided that this is what we were gonna do without us. All agreeing.
Then I'll take care of it on my own. You can leave.
We're not leaving you here, Dax.
I'll take the extra ship. I'll meet you somewhere else.
We're not leaving you here, Dax.
I need to do this.
No, you don't.
So you get to decide what I can do now.
Yes. Sit down. I'm gonna try
I'm
to-
going to use the force to open the door.
I'm
I'm
using
still in
my
your way,
leadership
kid.
role, force ability. Can I do that? Oh God, this is
Oh,
awful.
Actually,
I'm gonna
I
stay
have a
here.
leadership force ability that I can just tell him what to do.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it. I really don't want to do it. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I
But
guess
it is
as
dependent on some things. Like I'd
Dax
have
is
to
about
roll like
to turn and
Yep.
push the button, you
Bullet
react
time.
by doing this. So how does it work? Tell me what. I have no idea what you're doing. So
Blaster time,
it is battle meditation, but if I roll enough, I can send a command as well.
and this is akin to like mind control level command.
Yes, and if I
that-
upgrade it, I can use it like planetary wide. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that work on player characters?
Checks made by a number of engaged friendly targets. Yes. It's usually used to control troops or entire armies. But for now, it's my willpower, which is 5.
Now is your chance to counter the argument.
Yep.
Orcish has been waiting 17 episodes for this. This is what it's all been building to.
This is battle meditation.
Yeah.
Is
With
this
the
the
leadership
mastery
upgrade.
of it?
No, because the mastery of it is for planetary wide.
So is it magnitude, range, control, strength?
Control.
What's doing it?
It's control.
When making
Which
a battle
allows you
meditation
to-
power check, the user may make an easy leadership check as part of the pool. If the user is able to activate the power and succeeds on the check, he may send simple orders as part of the power.
Which would include sit down.
Right, but a simple order doesn't say anything about the person has to comply. It's just you get to send the order so they can hear you. It's communication. That's how I interpret it.
Okay. Prosecution.
Well, the entire ability is to direct your units in battle and allies in battle.
Right.
And like, if I'm going to go super nerd about how they use it in Star Wars, then it is a situation of like when Yoda uses it, people do what they're doing and they feel amped up, and then it's only afterwards that they're like, oh shit, this was used on me. You'll know that I used the Force on you for sure. And I think you'll feel compelled to do said thing. Do you have to do it? Is it like mind control? No, I don't think so. But I think it's akin to a parent suddenly yelling at you, sit down, and then you're just like shocked and you do said thing. Or, you know, I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to GM. But the whole ability is meant to control troops and control your team. So,
I
or
don't
guide
think it's
team.
meant to control. Yeah, I think it's meant to just give orders.
Well, look at all
like
the
a
upgraded
commander.
abilities. As you upgrade the abilities, you control more and up to a planetary scale. You can tell an entire unit what to do and they'll do it.
It doesn't say, and they will do it. Discipline check. Hold on. In the mastery, it says each affected character counts as having the same number of ranks in the chosen skill as the affected character. Blah blah blah. If the user used any dark pips to generate, each affected character must make an easy. So you have to get dark pips, and that's only with the mastery.
That's for planetary wide, though. I'm not doing
right,
it on a whole
but
planet.
there's
I'm doing it
nothing
just to you.
in the user may spend blank to and one automatic success. His presence before the end of his next turn. But it doesn't say anything in here about like them being compelled to listen, except for in the mastery.
Here's my 2 cents so far, because I'm not sure either. The fact that it reduces your willpower makes it feel to me like it is more of a these are not the droids you're looking for level of compulsion. Because why does it reduce your target's willpower when you use the dark side to do it? If it isn't supposed to be affecting them in that way. But also, it doesn't, Orcish is right, it doesn't say that it completely overrides their ability to be able to do
Yeah.
it.
I don't think it's
it
like
wouldn't-
mind control. But
Right.
it's something at least.
There is another ability called Influence. I think that's aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but that
and
doesn't
do
really
let
work
me read
on
that one actually.
light
Does that have
sensitive.
a save basically? Because this would just come down to you issue the command and he has no ability to resist it, which is very strange.
I don't necessarily want him to not have the ability to resist it. I'm not saying you have to follow, but I would absolutely
but
use this to
usually-
try to get you to listen.
Usually, when you're using force abilities to force someone to do something, they have to make a discipline check or a something check to resist it.
There's
And in influence, you do have to. The force user makes an opposed discipline versus discipline check
Yeah.
combined with the influence power. So, yeah, I would say what this does is it bolsters your abilities in combat, but I don't think you can use it to force. Didn't want to use the word force him to respond. There is an element of Nuada's abilities and skills, though, where she does have an exceptionally commanding presence. And there is an element to this game where people with a very high leadership or a high presence score will have some level of influence even over other player characters, and I'll just see if I can quickly pull up where that is. I assume it's under the leadership skills, unless it was something specific in your trees, maybe.
For which? Oh, the
Because
influence?
there is some stuff in here.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were building your character? That does. I remember reading it, thinking that's interesting that you do have the ability to do some stuff. So you can make leadership presences. If the character's allies have become subject to the effects of fear, you can rally them. If the character's underlings have fallen to the guile of an opponent, it's not really an underling. And then there's charms and stuff. Yeah, I would say based on what we have here that you can't force him to.
I don't want to force
do
him.
what
I would
you
still
want.
do this anyway. This is
If
just
you
what
want,
I would
though,
do.
you
If it
can-
doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I would say at best here you can make contested checks, and then just role play off of it, rather than it be a thing that you have to do.
Would she be able to use like a force die in that check?
No, but she could use.
Does that make sense?
She could use her strongest skill, or one that includes
Right.
presence, which is extremely high. And I think Dax would really only be able to counter it with something of his own will, presumably discipline,
Presence
but
versus will.
well, it would be a skill, but I think.
Oh yeah.
I think in this situation, Nuada can almost pick, but Dax really can only respond with will. But again, it's only roleplay. I don't think I think you need to hit him with these are not the droids you're looking for. He's way too amped up. He is, and he's a player character, so there's only so much that you can actually do to take away autonomy without contested checks
of course.
and him being able to do stuff. So I think this comes down to, you guessed it, role play.
Okay.
After all
I
of that.
would still do that though. So,
Okay,
and
so
the
you're-
only reason why I clarify is to give you the opportunity to react that I'm using the force on you to try to get you to sit down.
Okay.
And he'd be able to feel the fact
Should
that
I
you're using
roll
the
it in?
force?
You guys know when I'm doing this.
absolutely.
So the
Cool.
only other time I've done this is in battle when we're in
Yeah.
space combat, and it's to
Yeah.
make us win. But this
Yeah.
time I'm using it to try to get him to sit the fuck down. And I think I would just do that And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't want to control you, but I think I would try to
power.
think Nuada would do it. Yeah.
I think for the sake
without
of
realizing
the
what
fact that you
she's doing
guys
it.
I love
have
it.
been
Yeah, I love it.
caning through successes in every combat I've put in front of you because of how broken this power is, that would give you a blue die to your
All right.
check. But these are contested checks,
So-
and this is a thing that I've
Not
invented.
to. Yes. I
Anyway,
will happily
so-
do the contested check, but the reason why I wanted to do this was actually really shitty. I wanted to use the downside of it and reduce his willpower.
Yeah, that's really shitty.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean,
I was going to
There's-
use dark side to do that if I rolled dark side.
okay. Let's
Totally makes
roll
sense.
yours first then to
Yep.
see whether this
Okay.
happens.
So,
And there's no difficulties.
Leadership, right?
It's just
just the okay.
Just make the roll, and then also we'll see how many light and dark side
Okay.
pips you generate, and then figure out.
Any presence skill, or are we doing will versus will?
No, I think yours has to be presence here, because you really are kind of trying to be a commanding presence.
Okay.
Leadership is the one that
I'll
makes
just
sense
do
in my
leadership.
head, but
Yeah. Okay. And no difficulty and 1 boost.
Right. And then roll your force die.
Okay. That's what I needed.
2 dark sides. So you're consuming one of those. Is that right?
That is correct.
And
I'll actually consume 2 and take his willpower down by 2 till the end of the
it's
encounter.
just him, or does it affect everyone? You pick.
It's up to a number I choose.
Okay.
How can you reduce my willpower twice?
Because she's using
Because
the dark side.
I'm using both
You're
of the dark
buffing me
side
twice?
pips to do it. Yeah, because normally I would give you 2 automatic successes, right? But if I choose to use dark side, I reduce your willpower by 2.
Like,
If the user generates a dark pip to generate force, reduce each target's willpower by 1. To
We all
use a
feel
dark
this-
side, you have to spend 2 light side points, though, right? And take 2 complex.
I don't know. It says the user may spend either light side or dark side to add 1 automatic success,
You
blah,
for
blah,
sure
blah.
do. Without being a dark side user,
Yeah.
you're always consuming light sides because you need to.
I'm assuming that's what the reduce each target's willpower by 1 is, though.
Actually, I
Sure.
guess you just use them. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's the
That's
downside
the penalty.
of it.
Yeah.
So you still
and
take
normally
2
I would want to be like,
complex though.
yeah, absolutely. I would argue I take more than just 2 conflicts because I
Yeah.
don't want to do this to him.
Right. Yeah, that's a thing that we'll figure out later on. But this is, for sure a thing where you're leaning into the dark side, which I think works a little bit in your favor, Dax.
Yeah.
Because
I have no willpower now, so I have nothing.
um,
I would sit
Well,
down.
it's just for
I guess.
rolls.
alternatively, you can
I don't
lean
wanna
into the
control
dark
you, I
side
just-
if you want.
Yeah, I just want this to be roleplay fuel for you that you knew I was using the force on you. You know, I've reduced your willpower. Roleplay that however you want.
Right, but this is a contested check, right?
It
Yeah.
is, and
I can't even take my willpower down past 1. It won't let me.
Yeah, well, you're
you
not
can
supposed
only
to. It's to a
reduce it to
minimum
a
of 1.
minimum of 1 anyway. So.
I didn't realize your willpower was only 1. Sorry.
I didn't realize you had such low willpower, Dax. That was what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, Dax,
Not how I meant it.
make me a discipline check, but I want you to add. At this time, I'm actually going to make this This is the real way to play this game, because I
Finally.
want to see if you can generate some failures. So, I just need to do the calculation, and I wish I'd thought of that 5 minutes ago. Because I don't do this. Your boy doesn't know how to play the game, really. So This would be... This is an opposed check. So, this is 1, 2, 3 difficulty. With... No, that's it. Okay. So, yeah, add 3 difficulty to this. It's not quite an opposed check. Because I want something else to happen. Alright, 2 threats. If you would like, you may force choke Nuada and win this.
Wow.
Yeah.
And completely take control of the situation here and be free to do whatever you want. You'll be able to open the door, you'll be able to walk out there, you'll be able to kill all the clones.
Marcus, can I say something to you and you will forgive me in advance for saying it?
Yeah.
Do it.
No, I'm
That's
not going to do it.
Really? You have no willpower to resist temptation. It's my own fault.
Use willpower.
I have willpower.
I'm just being a shit. I'm sorry.
I'm also, it wasn't that bad of a roll, considering how bad it could have been, and I don't think he's that far gone. I mean,
All
I
you
think
have to do is choke your friend, and they could all be.
all you have to do is kill everything.
Oh, you wouldn't kill her.
Right? No, I understand.
Who do you think she is? Padme. I mean, come on.
No, I'm not going to do that.
One little fucking, one little measly.
One little choke and she just gives up. Come on now. No, I'm gonna, I think it's the fact that she tries to do this to me. I think I'm about to open the door with my mind, and then I stop and I look at her, like, stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, and it gives I guess the other characters a few moments to react before I try to open the door again.
Do we all feel that leadership force thing, or was it just between Dax?
I think you would probably...
I'll leave it up to you guys, because... sure, unless Brad wants to rule.
When as a Jedi never not been pretty aware of what's going on with the Force, it's really rare that
especially when there's a battle meditation. Or
it's not like you know specifically what's going on, but I think you would feel a pressure, like that is beyond just like the obvious tension of an argument happening. You would feel like a pressure of force where the two of them had this moment.
Disturbance, if you will.
A disturbance of sorts.
I have a specific force question. Would we have felt that temptation that you gave Orcish? That just choke her, go kill her, like even if it's like a...
I think Paragon, if you're a Paragon, you probably would have done. And so when, again, this is the morality
really
thing
cool,
in play again, and I think this is just in the rulebook, when you are a Paragon
Oh
of
wait,
the
this
light
is fucking
side,
me up a little bit.
Yeah.
when you are
I
a
have to think about this.
Paragon of the light side, let me explain this because for the viewers as well.
Like the viewers.
There is a morality bar that is constantly shifting up and down. You will have heard me mentioning over the weeks that they're gaining conflict at the end of the session, and we usually do this off stream. They roll their conflict dice, and it affects their morality bar, which is from 0 to 100. Once you get a certain once you're over 70 on the morality bar, you become a Paragon of the Light. And they're generating extra light side dice at the beginning that they can use for those destiny pool checks. And once you're under 30, you go dark side and you generate additional dark side things, and you can use dark side pips instead of light side pips and things like that. One of the things that it says is that Jedi can immediately sense when there are when there is a paragon of light in their presence, as long as they're not like, suppressing it. And I think the same when there is a particularly menacing dark side user. I think sometimes that one can be a little bit more wobbly. But I think when you're a paragon of light, you do get these benefits to understanding the nuances of when there is dark side presence and when there is, I mean, how many times do these Jedi, they like, I sense the dark side within him, and they have these moments, these flare-ups, and they can pick up on it. And I think it's the paragons. I mean, most of the movies were only dealing with like the baller masters like Yodas and Qui-Gons and stuff, who are really, really good at sensing that stuff. And you guys are, for all intents and purposes, all Padawan. Even Hop has only had a certain level of training. So again, you can feel free to take your own autonomy, and if you don't want to do something, then you don't have to. It's your character, but you certainly think that the Paragons at this point are so in tune with the light side of the Force that the dark side would register. And I think that there have been these moments where Hop sensed it briefly last time, and I think here all of you would probably be aware of it.
Yeah. What's cool about this narratively that is probably making maybe Scream and conflict is the fact, well, at least it's making me think about this, is the fact that if we are sensing that there was this temptation and then we are watching that Dax is resisting doing it, is really cool for us.
Yeah. That's going to really haunt me later.
Yeah.
When I was like, I got to use the dark side to get him to sit down, and I'm like,
oh, and
he
we'll
got
have that
tempted
flash.
by the dark side to choke me and chose not to do it. Oh.
Yeah, and instead is stunned. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, that is awesome.
Sorry. Okay, so
Yeah,
when
so there's
you-
a moment that I look at you and I think there's shock.
What?
I don't think. Yeah, it's just like mouth halfway open, eyes wide, just sort of. And then I immediately am just like, I've got to.
What was all that about doing this together, in this together?
What do you mean? What?
Before, when I said that we were in this together, you agreed.
I have to know, and this can help us. It's not like there's no benefits to be had.
You have to
by
know
finding
what?
out why they did it. Don't you want to know? We were out there fighting with these men, dying beside them, saving their lives while they save ours. Don't you want to know why they did it? Or should we just go and hide? Let's follow Hop and kill innocents. Like he did to that little fucking droid back there, Should we do that? Or should we find out what's going on?
We can find out what's going on without running out there and confronting these people that you say killed your master.
I say they're the
What
best
answer are
ones,
they going to
because
give you
we
other than a personal
know
one?
They killed a Jedi. We know they did.
Okay, and what if they tell you because they wanted to?
Then we'll know for sure.
Do
And
you
we
think
don't
they
have to
have
feel
some sort
bad.
of... Do you think they have some sort of cosmic answer as to why they decided to make the decision that they did?
No. But don't you want to know why your master's dead? Why mine is dead?
Yeah, but I don't
care?
expect them to have the answer to that. I'm
But
sure they were just
can
following
lead
orders.
us. Right, but they can lead us in the direction we need to follow to find out.
We were already moving in that direction.
Were we?
Yeah, the light can guide us in that direction.
Right. The light.
Yes.
It did so well for us in the past, hasn't it?
Yes.
What are you saying?
What do you mean?
You're talking ill of the light. You also... I don't know if anyone else felt that, there was a pull. Just now.
Oh, was there a pull? Was it when Nuada tried to suck the willpower out of me so I'd do as she wanted? Is that the pull we're talking about? Or was the pull when Hop shot that droid in the head who did nothing wrong?
No, the pull
Or
was
is the
after.
pull from
and you
outside?
resisted. He resisted.
Look,
You resisted, Dax.
I'm just worried that we're not thinking as a group. We're not thinking as Jedi. We're thinking for ourselves and not for the people. I want to know answers as well. But I'm worried.
Look around us, Ruga. The people are suffering. Look at this place we're on. You think the people are doing well under the Empire? You think the people were doing well on the last place we were at, or the one before that on Umbora? No, they're not doing well. Don't you want to know why this is all happening? Don't you want to know what happened to our order?
Of course I do. Of course I do. I just don't know if right now is... What do you plan on doing? Going out there and asking questions?
We can stun
The
them
state
all.
you're in.
Take one of them
And
And
then
do what?
and get out of here.
And then what?
Ask him why.
And what if he doesn't have any of the answers?
We'll find him.
How?
He'll tell us something.
And what if he doesn't?
Oh, we'll figure that out when it happens.
Or
I'm
we
all about
wait for an
figuring things-
actual good lead, Dax.
This is a good lead.
It's just right in
And
front
why
of
didn't
us.
you tell us sooner?
Because I knew this would happen.
No.
No?
That's not why you didn't tell. Is it?
That's exactly why I didn't tell, because I knew you'd try to stop me.
You only know we would try to stop you if you were planning on doing something you knew we needed to stop. If you knew, you shouldn't be doing it.
I don't agree with that.
For the last 7 months, we have done everything that you have said, Dax.
You keep saying that. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, if you keep having to say it, then it's probably not true. Because it usually you follow that with, why don't we do this thing differently this time? We don't have much time left. If you're
No, we
going to leave
don't.
Gerhard.
Right.
Clearly, you're willing to force me to not be able to talk to them, so let's go.
I don't have complete control over it. I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to go outside. I thought you were in danger.
The difference
help me
between
find
me
us.
and you is, though, I'd never do that to you.
I'll try to take us off.
Yeah, you sit in the cockpit. Just quickly, Hop.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. another contested check.
Another
Oh.
contested check against
Sounds like
Dax.
the DM.
Yeah.
Love it.
What is this? This is skullduggery
Mm-hmm.
Gonna dig inside your skull
versus
for answers.
Dax's perception or vigilance, I think. I think passive perception is vigilance. Let me double check. Remember to
pretty
take
sure
all
it
your
is too.
difficulty die off. I'm gonna just quickly double check. Because this game is slightly different than D&D.
Yeah.
I love this game. This game is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
How long does your battle meditation last?
Yeah, this would be vigilance.
Till the end of the encounter. Whatever that means.
Is my willpower still at 1?
I would imagine so,
Ah.
unless we get in it with the clones, in which case it would reset because that's a new encounter.
All right.
But it's up to Brad.
Well, an encounter is also a scene.
Scene.
So it's up to you whether you think that particular portion of the scene is over. I don't.
Well, I don't know what
like I
he's trying to do. So.
I know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
That's fair.
let
this
me
comes
roll.
down to just Nuada actively holding battle meditation up.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then yes.
You're just still holding it after I said
Yes.
all that to you.
Absolutely.
Maybe it was because of that you said all of that.
Yeah.
Hop just.
Everyone's a murderer, Dax. You just haven't found your reason yet.
Hmm.
The biggest mistake we can make is thinking that we're better than the enemy.
Are you saying this? Is this happening?
Yes. Absolutely.
We've all
Uh,
murdered. I'm not doubting that.
Yeah. You said you would never do it to me.
Yeah, and I haven't.
Okay. Pop is doing something before I can try to
think
take us up off the.
Yeah.
We see Hop's hand dip into Dax's pocket. Is the Sith holocron in a pocket?
There.
It's in my pack on my back. Or no, I don't have a. I have a tool belt on my belt.
On the belt?
hmm
Okay.
Could you also argue pickpocketing with the Force? And the reason why I wouldn't feel it is because maybe we're focused on this active battle meditation from Nuada.
Oh, he's not
Just
pickpocketing with the Force.
Load it out. Okay.
It's just a straight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm
Just-
right in front. Like, there.
He just lifts
Yeah.
that thing off the belt and it goes into a pocket as everybody
Okay.
starts to shift and move back towards the cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get back to the front of the cockpit, you notice that there is just one clone looking up at you.
Are they much closer now?
From the rear of the ship, you hear glung glung glung.
All right, you've had your chance. Open up. You
See the clone in front doing this.
Yeah, starting to
Yeah.
air traffic.
I think if you start this ship, you might kill him. But
Right, yeah, right.
Rear
We stand here, they won't kill us. That would be so silly if they did that because they are Imperial.
Rear thrusters.
Yeah.
Star Wars is weird though, because people stand next to ships all the time and they just lift up into the air and then land really close to each other, and I'm always really nervous about it. But because I have anxiety in real life, the game has anxiety because I'm the GM.
Boom.
The temptation to just fucking and go, but I know Dax would be so
I mean, if
upset
the
if
ship
we didn't.
starts up, there's a good chance they're gonna jump back. But just, I don't know. If
Yeah.
you, just
I
give
love
you a
all
lot of
choices here.
information.
Yeah. Hop, can we outrun them?
We gotta try.
Okay.
I mean, they gotta get in their
That's
ship.
what I
We're
think.
in a ship.
Yeah,
They gotta
so
get
Mostly
in,
says
start
we
it
gotta
up.
try. I'll do it.
Let's go.
I'd rather someone else be co-piloting, and I'm going to try to scoot out and try to like maybe make my way towards the door, and I grab my saber staff.
Okay.
Chance.
I've already started and I'm going.
Okay. Let me roll one check. Actually, I don't need to roll a check for that, I don't think. The ship starts up, and I think well, actually, you need to make me a piloting check. And this is
Not gonna go well.
the space one.
Uh-huh.
And what is the check? Is there a set number for the liftoffs? I don't think there is. And you don't have a thing? I guess it doesn't matter too much. You're just trying to lift off. So it'd probably only be a difficulty one.
Planetary or space?
Space. This is a proper spaceship. Planetaries for like cars.
Okay.
Or,
Does anybody have a blue? I know
Yeah.
that Dax
Hop would
won't,
probably
but
be
okay.
yelling at you which buttons to press.
which button to do. Okay.
I have left the co-pilot seat, so if someone wanted
Yeah.
to scoot in, they could.
But I don't think anyone's gonna scoot in to help me right now.
Perfect. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Failure.
Wow.
And
A
4
fail
advantages.
and 4 advantages. What happens here is you begin to lift off, but then don't.
Oh, sorry. That's the wrong one. Hold on.
The clones are already running. You see them. You can see them out. They've got their.
Sorry about it.
They're speaking
Hopefully I
into
didn't
their
hopefully I didn't hurt any of you,
locators,
but
and they're running.
that's the wrong one.
It's completely not listening to you right now, as they
No.
Yeah,
are
that's fine.
preparing something else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it looks like we don't have a choice. Hop. You can get us out of here. Do it, because I can't.
Both of you better get where I'm standing right now.
I do.
I'm already
All
there.
right.
Over there.
Hop gets in the piloting seat.
I've teleported.
And do I get a boost from anyone? Anyone have? I know I'm not getting it from Dex.
I am not in the pilot. I'm not in
For
co-pilot.
piloting, I can't
Yeah.
pilot.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Pretty all right.
So there's no difficulty on that.
Oh shit!
Right.
What was the difficulty? Sorry.
1.
1.
Sorry.
Ah.
I did not hear that part.
Ah.
Still awesome.
Still pretty good.
Unfortunately
Except for that thing.
for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
you are
Uh-huh.
not out of the woods yet. From the jungle, there is a set of noises, startup noises, as 3 flak cannons activate and begin. We see 3 clones jumping into these flak cannons.
Something's not right here.
Oh boy.
We
here
tried to
go.
hail them, but they wouldn't answer, and they're taking off. All right, shoot them out of the sky.
And you guys are now here. Please roll me
Okay.
your initiatives. Why didn't this bring us over on this one?
Initiatives are is in the combat tab, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Yep, and you
Yeah.
guys are rolling vigilance.
Vigilance.
You think my willpower is back? And I'm not
Oh.
getting the benefits
Yeah.
anymore?
The
Okay.
last time we did this, it was like when new things entered. It was a new encounter.
What's the difficulty? Any difficulty? It's not a difficulty, right?
No, it's
Damn. All right, I gotta reroll. I'm an asshole.
These are
I ruined everything.
diamond clones. I wonder if that's gonna be worse for you. I think
shit.
it is.
This is vigilance, yes? Yes, we weren't prepared. Cool.
Right, yeah.
Well, a really
There's
good roll.
one too many PCs.
That
I
means
don't know
something,
how
by
to-
the way, in the initiative. I think it means you get like an extra maneuver or something. in
Yeah,
your
because
first
I
round.
got a triumph, so I think that's why there is an extra PC.
I rolled twice. So maybe.
Or you rolled twice.
Yeah, I rolled with the difficulty the first time, and then. So I don't know which one that is. I don't
So
know how to
it
read this
means
thing.
you get an extra maneuver in your first round. Dex.
Okay.
Wait, what? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that you know what.
I rolled twice on accident.
Oh, okay.
I
Which
rolled
one
with
am I
three
getting rid of?
difficulty? That's a great question. I don't know.
I think
Is
you
this
already.
in order?
Oh,
Does this propagate in
get
the
rid of
timeline
the
of the
3 successes, 0 advantages one.
3 successes, 0 advantages.
Yes, thank you.
There's 2 of
And that's how
those,
you read
but
that. I
that's
never knew.
what it is. Yeah.
I just wanted those.
Oh,
Well, 'cause he's got a
actually,
boost. Yeah, they both
that's-
don't work.
Balls are both broken. Hold on, sorry.
yeah, he had a boost and he also had some difficulty in it, so he needs to reroll.
Sorry. I'm the worst.
So remove the 1, 0 as well.
Okay.
All right, and now we're set.
Cool. Thank you, Orcish. I have no idea how to read that dark prayer.
All right. Let's see here. So now we're all on there, and it is one of your turns first.
I'll go if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will. How does one get into the little fighter ship that we have?
It's just like jumping into an escape pod. You open the hatch and jump in, and you're in.
All right. I have a skill that allows me to maneuver through the ship as an incidental.
Yeah.
So I'll move into it and start it up.
Yeah.
I forgot we had that.
You
Shit.
do not have an R unit in
Right.
the thing, which means you lose the benefits of one handling and hang on, what was it? It might be all of the handling actually.
It has a handling of 3.
Yeah, I think that's what you lose.
Cool.
It's the Delta 7 Aether Sprite, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
without an astromech. Yeah. So make sure you add your name. Just
Is it under the ships or the handouts? I see 2 of them. It's the ships, right?
this one? Should it popped up on your screen? If not, you're
I
on
already
20
had
speed
one
janky.
open.
There should
Can
only
you-
be one available to you.
Delta 7 Aether
yeah.
Sprite class interceptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just see. Yeah, I see it. I just see that it's got some trauma to its hull.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's because
no,
it was the one I was flying.
Yeah, it's the exact one that Nuada was in.
We never got it repaired.
It is repaired, yeah. It's fully repaired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't do any more to the sheet.
Got it. Okay, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
As an incidental, you fix it.
Right. But it's currently got 0 for handling.
0 for handling, and its speed is at 0, correct?
Don't be a dumbass. My ship was the least damaged. Sorry.
Jesus.
It's the only time I'll call out chat.
All right.
See, what you do is this instead, PB. You just.
Oh.
You can just do that to people. And then you don't have to say
Listen, I like to
anything.
give people an opportunity to check themselves.
You're talking to me. You know, you've been in my channel. That's all I do. Attack them.
I'll So PB says I get an extra maneuver. I'll use.
Yeah.
I'll use. I'll use 1 maneuver to increase my speed to 1. I'll use another maneuver to aim. And then I will use my action to fire on one of the flak cannons.
Okay.
So I get a boost. And what is I don't know what the how big is the flak cannon?
You're in close range. It is silhouette 2.
Okay. So we are that's a 2 difficulty. Alright. Sorry, I've got to put my name in there.
That's
Oh, yeah.
I think this should work. I didn't count the boost. Try that again. Way worse roll. Cool.
No.
Yeah, I think you just see some of the trees of the jungle just get torn up as your two ships begin to lift upwards. The blaster fire strikes some of the trees near this flak cannon as it begins targeting. But you do have 3 advantages.
Yes. I'll let the next person go. I'm probably going to use them for myself.
Okay. I guess this flak cannon will fire on you then. Now I need to remind myself on how these things work. And in theory, I should just be able to click a button. Okay. Correct? That's not correct. Hold on.
My next turn, I'm going to reduce difficulty with those advantages by 1.
You're gonna reduce your difficulty. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is annoying. Bam, there we go. Okay. 3 successes from this flak cannon as it fires on
Jesus.
you. Now, this thing has blast 5, slow firing, and vicious 5. So, the item qualities will indicate. Now, the blast, I think, means it is going to hit the Starstalker as well, which would be amazing if this website worked. So you get hit for the damage on there, which is 1, 2, so 6, 7. Starstalker takes 5, and it is vicious 5, which means it ignores 5 points of armor.
Right. Okay. So we
Or is
take
it?
the-
Wait, hang on.
we
No,
both
might
take
not.
the
No, might not be
full-
what vicious is. Hold on, let me double check. I think vicious might mean the crit one. And this weapon scores a critical critical injury or hit. The character adds 10 times the vicious rating to the crit. Yeah, that's the crit one. Ignore that. Vicious. Yeah, if this thing gets a crit on you, it will do more damage. But it is slow firing, and I think that means it takes 2 turns. Slow firing weapons tend to be large, heavy, and placement mounted weapons. A weapon's slow firing rate dictates how quickly the weapon can be fired after an attack. So 2 rounds before this can be fired again. AKA. Actually, no, not telling you anything. All right.
Which one was that?
We're gonna call this one red, this one blue, and this one green. And it was red
Right.
that fired at you. These giant flight cannons. And then sorry, I guess it's because I'm using Chrome for this, is just doing nothing for me today.
Oh yeah.
It keeps crashing, so it does a thing. It's like I'm scrolling, but it stays like it's scrolling forever, and I literally just have to wait for it to stop, and it's the most annoying thing ever. I don't know how to make it not do that. I guess it's called use a different web browser, which I am also using. I'm using like 6 different ones. So I'll just open up an image that I have because I'm smart and I saved it. Then I'm going to you see this clone speak into his comms and says,
Take out the little sprite first.
you see the blue flank cannon start angling towards you, and it has a boost to its next roll. It is now a player character's turn.
Me, please. I will take 2 strain to perform a force power action as a maneuver,
Okay.
which is my battle meditation. I'm wondering if I can add a difficulty to this. But I think that's just something I've learned in this game. When we add difficulty for RP, it really is debilitating, but I feel like I should, because the whole reason I left battle meditation up during the last scene was because I used the dark side, which is emotional, and it's not rational, and I was very emotional that Dax was gonna get killed. So I think switching now to suddenly do something else with it might be a little difficult. So I think I should add an extra difficulty is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. So dumb. I'm so sorry. RP. Okay. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. 4 successes, 1 threat, 3 light sides. So this activates your battle meditation for all of the other players, I'm assuming, and gives
Yes.
everyone
Yes.
a you get
3. Yeah, 3 successes before the end of my next turn.
All right.
Yeah.
And this was you did this on 2 maneuvers.
I did this on 1 maneuver. I took 2 strain to perform a force ability as a maneuver.
Right.
So
Okay.
now I can do an action, which will be to fire. I'll get in the gunnery seat
Okay.
and fire.
Okay. Which one are you firing at?
The one who is just firing at us, I guess.
Okay.
Whichever one I can fire at that's close.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is... Sorry, go ahead.
Gonna be that guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a maneuver to move into the firing seat.
I thought it was an incidental, unless it's the
maneuver.
Only
pilot
an
seat.
incidental if you have a ability for it.
Yeah, he's got the.
That's only for the pilot seat, though, right?
No. It's to move around in the ship.
He's got that special ability that can.
Yeah, but I think...
There's
I-
zero arguing.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, okay. Then I will not. I will aim, I guess. Or I guess I just won't take the strain and I'll do that force ability first. Since I can't actually do anything else.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for me.
That's it. All right. Next player character.
I am super stumped when it comes to do in these situations. So go ahead, Hop, if you've got something.
Yeah.
To refresh memory, we have 2 weapons on this ship. We have a
we have 2,
dorsal
thank you.
turret mounted light laser cannon, and we have a dorsal turret mounted light ion cannon. So which one are you manning right now?
Which one is
PB.
stronger?
Well, one of them does damage to their system strain, and one of them does hull trauma.
Hull trauma.
So
You
you're
want
on
to
the
be, all
laser
want to be
cannon.
on this sheet, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Star Stalker.
And then you want to put your names
Names in the place we are.
appropriate places
yeah, thank you.
where each of you are on the thing. And yes, you have an ion cannon now, which does 5 damage, which will deal ion damage, which will deal system strain, and then the light laser, which is just a plain blaster. The only difference
Which
between
one is
them,
harder to use?
neither
'Cause
of
I have
they're
the
both
gunnery
the same.
tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both gunnery or ranged heavy, and the real only difference, they both do a 5 damage output, but the crit range is lower on the light laser.
Okay, so I'll be on the other one then. Whichever one I think that would feel more complicated to use, I'll be on that one because I have the gunnery ability.
I guess that's the ion cannon then, because it's
Sure, that works.
slightly harder to get a crit on,
Sure.
so you're more likely to generate
Sounds
advantages,
good.
you know?
I
Which
want
puts
to
Rugo
step in with a
on-
little bit of a meta. Yeah. Be like, maybe you should go on the big one so I could actually
If you tell me, you can just tell me.
ethically. Yeah. I don't know. That's
RP
Oh,
is an
yes.
incidental.
I don't know.
I would know
Rugo
that though.
would-
I would know that I can't count on you to do hull damage. I can only count on you to do system damage. So I would get on the other one.
Yeah, that's what I was
1,000%.
like,
I do know that.
I'm like, am I gonna be hard to, how would I?
if
How
I
would
tell
Rugo
you
even
to
do?
shoot
He'd go,
and do
oh
hull
boy.
damage, you won't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll get on that one. That was my initial instinct anyway.
Right,
was
right,
to
yeah.
get on the
Oh,
one that
yeah.
does actual
Yeah.
damage because you won't.
Destroy stuff.
Okay. So
Just
add
tell me.
your,
I don't know if Rugo would. Just go.
add your
Yeah.
character name as it is on your sheet into the appropriate weapons system.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
which is
great.
not on Star Stalker, right? Or yeah, it is
Yes.
actually,
Yeah,
right?
We're all using
Okay.
the
In
one
the
sheet now.
Vehicle sheet. Planetary? No. Starship?
So
I don't
it's
see any weapons.
Go on to
I also
Starship,
don't see any weapons. Uh-huh.
vehicle
Mhm.
sheet at the top, Starship.
Yep.
Vehicle
It
sheet, that's
should
why.
be there.
I still don't see any weapons
see
on
it
the vehicle
either.
sheet.
we're
Maybe
on,
refresh. This has happened last time as well.
You're on the Star Stalker sheet and not your own,
Yep.
right?
Star Stalker, vehicle sheet,
Yeah,
Starship.
it just needs to be refreshed.
Yeah.
I see them. I see the weapons.
Okay, cool. So they're there,
I do too.
and I believe you.
Now I see them. Yep. Okay.
Vehicle sheet, Starship.
So I'm on the light laser then.
Weapons. Hell yeah, thank you.
that work? There was no difficulty on there though.
Yes. Right, but you're not firing because you've had your turn. It's
Oh, right.
Rugo.
Sorry, I thought we were waiting on me to fire.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm going to use my new maneuver to probably watch as Nuada goes into there, and then I will probably just follow suit and go into the ion. Light ion cannon. This is turret mounted. Cool. Oh, still ours. So we're actually next to each other because it's dorsal. Both of them. And how many inside of a ship? How many actions do I have? I've got an incidental maneuver.
You can fire right now.
You can
or
fire,
you can
yeah.
use another action to do something
like
else.
aim or something. Okay, I will fire.
But then, yeah.
It's the
think I'm
same, but
more
you,
worried.
yeah,
Um,
you just
right,
apply them
so-
differently to the different things.
What is the difficulty to fire? I think it's 1
2.
plus
It's
the
2.
2. Thank you.
Yep.
And then I'm just never fired a gun before in this system in a ship. So here we go. Actually, ever. So here we go. That's not true. Yes, it is. Okay. Ranged heavy.
Yeah.
Did I do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
So that's technically 4 successes. If you want to use them
Right.
all right now.
You can use your battle meditation.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
completely
that
forgot what
becomes
battle
4
meditation did.
successes, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
add
4
3
successes.
more damage. So you're dealing 8 damage.
8 system strain.
8 system strain damage, which, yeah, you see it hit this flat cannon. It does that thing where the electricity rolls over the top of the the chassis of the gun, and
Yeah.
it starts to
Nice shot,
wobble.
Rugo.
Thank you.
Which one was that?
Yeah, that's a good point. You're aiming at red, blue, or green.
I will start on blue.
Okay. Nice. All right. It is now their turn. Let's have one of the others fire. And it was Blue's turn to fire. And even though it has been hit by this ion cannon, it's still functioning, so it can.
Can you put a setback up for me for my shield on the front?
I set back on you for your shield on the front.
Mm-hmm. Setback on your attempt to shoot my ship
Right.
for the shield that I have.
Okay. Here we go. One success.
The amount of confusion.
One threat. It's purely because I'm mentally dying today. I'm sorry. I'm really exhausted.
I really like the absolute confusion, but the 100% trust.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I
whatever
will
you
do
say.
that.
So this is gonna hit you. You're gonna take the 6 damage, and the Starstalker takes the 5 blast damage as well, as it's a flank cannon in the air.
For those of you watching, I forgot to reduce armor. So actually, we are at, and then it's 5 blasts, so they take that. So that's where we're at now.
Which, for those listening, it's 6 out of 16.
And then the
Yes.
cannons start the slow process of reloading. Process also works because of the best character in Star Wars, Plo. Cess. Oh,
Nice.
Plocess is his wife.
Right.
Um,
Had a secret wife named Plosas.
yeah. They all had a secret wife, apparently. Okay, it is now who's left? Hop.
Yeah, it's me.
Can't wait till we meet closeness.
Hop jumps on. Does the comms in the ship still work? Like intership comm, I would assume.
The yeah, your local comms
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
Okay.
Braids, we're supposed to check in and make sure everything is, like, what do you want me to do? I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to get out of here. I know you're not going to want it. What do you want me to do?
Get out of here. Get out of here. What do you mean I don't want to get out of here? Get out of
He's
here.
going to follow us?
What do you mean? I don't think. Do I know that Dax has gotten out of the fucking ship?
You probably would have done.
Yeah,
Remember,
we
you
do.
guys are in a really
I
confined.
think so. I think you'd hear
Oh
the.
yeah. Okay.
He jumped through
I
an
just
escape
assumed I'm like
hole
in
or
a
a docking
gunnery,
hole,
so I
and
don't
then-
know if I. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
He was
With
also
that
in
pressure
front
and
of
the
you
sound.
directly
Yeah.
when he did that crazy
Oh
Dax maneuvering thing.
yeah. Oh
He teleported
So
into
you
a
saw him
seat.
do it.
I did a
Yeah,
he's
not
front
gonna-
flip in front of you and landed in
Yeah.
the seat and
Okay.
just
Okay. Got it.
We all scoop, but you front
I
flip everywhere.
PB forgot. Okay, knew how to didn't.
That's okay.
Like just was not aware.
We're friendly reminder.
Okay, so yeah, no, we're not leaving Dax.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just evasive maneuvers if you can.
What is the speed
Yeah.
on the Starstalker?
I was going to ask you that. We were already kind of going, so I would assume 1. I would
No.
assume we're already no
Liftoff
0.
is still 0, I think.
Okay.
I think. You know what? It is.
think you
For
have
now.
to
I'll double check.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like an RP liftoff, but
Yeah,
really,
okay.
you know,
Yeah,
technically
I
you're
getcha.
moving
Right.
at speed 1. And to answer that one question in the chat, why aren't they 1,000 miles out of range by now? Like, this is a combat scenario where like 1 second has passed. All that happened was they went lifted up, the Aether Sprite detached, the two, and then everything started firing on everything as these two ships are just, all that's happening is Hop is
Sort
hitting
of still
buttons,
mid-lifting.
and you now have to reach speed, and this is a situation where again you have to go up and out into the atmosphere, out of the gravity well of the planet. Then you can plot a course, jump to hyperspace, and get out. Bear in mind, you guys are aware that there is an Imperial destroyer. The Conquest is
Right.
in
They
orbit.
can't.
Just
they
to
can't
remind you
talk
guys,
with
because
each
it has
other.
been 2 weeks. We had a week off.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
Can they
wow.
communicate
The
with each
relay
other?
is down.
But the
Yeah.
communications
Relay
relay
is
is down, so there's a very good chance that they don't know anything about it. Now, the
Okay.
scene that is happening inside the communications tower is the following.
Get the communications tower array up.
And you see these
perfect.
these clones start like scrambling. The few of them that were inside, there's only 2 or 3 of them inside. There are 3 that have run to the flank cannons, and yeah, they hit that. They start hitting buttons.
I think this class is a 56A1 threat. Okay.
And they start hitting a bunch of buttons, and
Okay.
the communications array begins powering up. But this thing is like slow to power up. So you've got time, and plenty of time, so long as nothing goes wrong. You should quite easily be able to get into orbit and jump to hyperspace before this thing boots up. I have an actual number for you, actually. I think it's 6 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not. You have 3 rounds.
Okay.
That's
Plenty of
drastically
time,
different.
Huh?
I lied.
That's very different.
Well, 6 minutes.
Great.
was-
3 rounds is great.
6
Yeah,
minutes
that's
was
sweet.
for something else that might have happened. I had a lot of contingencies, and I also planned this 3 weeks ago, so it's all completely gone from my memory. Yeah, you can probably see actually that the communications tower is like turning and shifting as it begins to power up. The radar
Is
dish
it within
moving and
range?
stuff. What do you mean? Is it within range? Oh yeah, for sure.
To firing range.
Yes. It's in the same range as the flak cannons, which is close range right now, unless Hop takes you out of that range.
Hop, we're like
Yeah.
back and forth
Yeah.
on up. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Force
Yeah,
on
I
breath.
think the guns
Yep,
are
force
close
eyebrows.
range, right, on Starstalker. Yeah, so right now you are within range.
Okay. Did that clone trooper at least die that was banging on our door from the takeoff?
No, because you
No,
failed the takeoff, so they ran away.
Yeah, I failed.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Right.
He probably would have done or been injured in some way.
Damn. I was hoping to get a collateral. Okay.
Yeah, if you had killed him, there would only be 2 flak cannons.
Got it. So I can do a maneuver and an action, and getting us to speed. Shoot.
You have a choice to
You
make.
can also use your
Destroy
action
the
to turn it into
communications
a
array?
maneuver. So you
Or-
technically-
Right, but I wanted to get to speed 1 and to do evasive maneuvers, but I can't because that's 2 maneuvers.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You can do 2
You can do
maneuvers
2
because you
maneuvers.
can use your action to be a maneuver.
Become a maneuver.
Right, but I wanted to do 2 things, and with this I can only do 1 thing. Right.
Yeah, because you need speed to be 3 for evasive maneuvers. He's right.
That's right. All right. So
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to do the punch it.
I could as well. I could do punch it, and that is 2 maneuvers or 1.
It's 1 maneuver. It would put the system strain at
You get 1,
4, but it would also put your speed at max, which is 4.
That makes this harder to hit
With
as well.
speed 4,
Yeah.
you can go from close to medium range,
All right. We're
And you would be able to do evasive maneuvers.
and you would be
all
able
right.
to do
So
evasive.
we're gonna do that then. We're gonna do Hop just presses like, some buttons. I think some of it is what he knows. Some of it is just kind of from when he was side-eyeing Dax, seeing where the control panels is, and he hits punch it, and I can do evasive maneuvers now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and evasive maneuvers.
Doing
Sorry.
your action to do punch it. Yep.
All right. And we're on evasive maneuvers.
All right, I hope your shot is good today.
All right, so you're just hitting the speed and you're doing evasive maneuvers, so you're just kind of spinning upwards as the ship, just the blasters at the back of the ship, not the blasters, yep.
Turrets.
Dorsal mounted turrets.
turrets.
Nope.
Got it.
The
Thrusters.
thrusters kick in. I was trying to find that sound effect at the same time as forming a
nice,
sentence
well done.
whilst also having a migraine, which is being heavily suppressed by pain medication, but I can tell it's there. You ever have that? And you're like, oh, I definitely still have the headache
There's
because
a
I
disturbance.
can't speak. And that's the end of your turn. Okay,
for your
so
sacrifice.
now it is the final flank cannon, which let's see here. Let me just see what this clone's gonna do. It's gonna fire on the Star Stalker.
I will do something. Sorry, let me just pull up my bullshit. Once per session, you may add 2 black square die to 1 NPC skill check.
Cool.
I'm doing that.
Happening right now. No,
He also gets a third one because the Star Stalker has shields all around it
it does.
as part of the upgrade it just got.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
And do
Wow.
we
And that's
have,
why Orcish is doing
is
the
there
ship
added
management.
difficulty because we're moving at a certain speed? I'm assuming you've
Oh,
already done that.
there is actually an
There is.
upgrade
Yeah.
because because you're doing evasive maneuvers.
Evasive
It is
maneuvers. Yeah, what does
upgrade the
that do?
difficulty of all attacks, plus up to 1 extra time per point of handling, and it has 1 point of handling, so 2 difficulty upgrades.
Wow. Okay, here we go. This is more like it. Yeah. Nailed it. A despair. Is one threat and 1 despair is generated here.
I'm on it, Brad.
That's pretty great.
You could do the primary weapon system of the active character's ship suffers the effects of the component hit critical. You could upgrade the difficulty of an allied character's next gunnery or piloting. The active character suffers a minor collision. Well,
Yeah.
can't really do that because you're not flying.
Yeah. I think
Oh, that's with success.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you're looking at the despair section. Sudden maneuvers force the ship to slow down by 1 point. It's not moving. 1 system strain suffered. You may give Hop a free maneuver.
yeah,
Drop
let's
to the
go
last
with
initiative.
that. I think it just fires but the flak cannons are those like mobile quickly set up things, and you see this thing fire and it comes loose from its mounted position as the gun and it just launches its shot horrifically wide. Again, it takes 2 turns for these things to reload, which we begin now. Turn 2, they turn 1 of their reload. What are you doing?
I will
first
go
player
again.
character? Yeah.
If that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna use my maneuver to stay on target. This does give an advantage to any attackers against me, but I know these things are pretty slow to reload. So that gives me, I upgrade the ability of all attacks. So I'm gonna give myself an upgrade. And then I also get to lower the difficulty by 1 from the advantages I got last turn. And I'm going to fire on the red flak cannon.
That's insane. Don't forget to add the 3 from Battle Med.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Linked 1 requires 2 advantages, right?
Yeah.
So it's just 14 damage.
14 damage.
Yeah.
As you fire on this thing, it is just utterly destroyed. As you just, I think we see like the Aether Sprite just over the top of this thing, and it. What's that song that always plays? Creedence Clearwater, Fortunate Son. If I could play that right now, I would. Because that's the scene that we're seeing. Yeah, okay. Is that the end of your turn? Yeah, because you did stay on target, right?
Yeah, that's my turn. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This thing is loading. It is someone else's turn.
Either me or you, Rugo.
2 turns until...
Actually, let me... Because we want
right?
Nuada to go last.
Yep. You should let Rugo fire, though, first.
But I can assist as a maneuver. And we're already in evasive maneuvers.
Sure.
And I get an extra maneuver, and I get 3 maneuvers technically now.
Do it.
Okay. Alright, so...
How long does evasive maneuvers last?
I'm sorry, I need every
Until
other word to
no.
be in the...
Yes. How
comms.
long does every...
At the end of your turn.
Yeah,
End of your turn.
So I just
So
have to keep
when
on
you finish
refreshing
this
it.
turn,
Yeah.
yes, but it also gives your turrets a disadvantage. And this turn,
That's right.
they can't fire on us.
That's right. Okay, thank you.
Just a little meta
I knew I
chatter
liked you.
there.
Nice.
Hell you.
Or reloading.
2 kisses now.
Well,
Okay, so we're gonna
Probably
do...
just shout they're reloading or something, right? We can just say that.
Yeah. They're alright.
Take them out!
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give can I give an assist to Rugo and an assist to 2 assists to PB or to Nuada? So I have 3 maneuvers.
You have 3 maneuvers?
Yes,
Because
because you
of
gave me
the
an extra for that despair.
despair.
Oh, right. Yeah, you would have had that maneuver at that point, but yeah, you still have it. So yeah, we can. Technically,
Okay.
you're supposed to use the maneuver then, but
Oh, as like a reaction.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, like a reaction. But it's okay. We
Well,
forgot, and you can
sorry.
do it now. Have them anyway.
So then, what this is going to look like is Hop is positioning the ship to give both Nuada and Rugo a clear shot, and he's kind of favoring Nuada's blaster because it deals actual physical damage, and Hop kind of translates that better than system damage.
Okay.
So what I'm imagining is you just corkscrewed us into the air,
And then we're going down.
and then you just probably stopped, and then now we're like in a belly up fall.
Oh yes.
As the
Yeah.
two guns suddenly turn and
Yeah,
target
as we're-
downwards.
Yep.
Underneath you,
Upside
the
down.
little Aether Sprite destroys one
Yeah.
of them as the ship turns upside down on itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll
right.
Sick.
get on comms to Rugo and I'll say,
Rugo, listen, if you're gonna use the ion cannon, there's a spot you can aim on the left side of the turret. It's exposed.
and I'm gonna give him a boost as well with my advantage I got last turn.
Yeah, it's an exhaust port or whatever they used to.
Mm-hmm.
They always
The
use
one
for this,
flaw
right?
in the
The
Stupid
one
cannons
the
design.
1 yard by. Yep.
Yeah.
Flash forward
It's
to
about the
years
size
ago
of a
when this
womp
was.
rat. About
Yeah. This will be fine. Who's going down? We'll be fine.
It's a imperial architectural design signature. Just to leave one window.
Every
Weakness.
single thing has some stupid exhaust port vent.
That's
that
like
you
my
can-
thing I do.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
just keep buying them. So,
Yeah.
so
It's
I'm
like
going
my
to.
signature.
Yeah, it's like a signet thing. All right, I'm going to my maker's mark. I'm going to aim. Wait, is my turn? Can I do this stuff now?
Yes.
It
Go
is
for
your
it.
turn. If you
I don't
want
know if I was
to,
interrupting a turn. I would like it to be. I will aim because that's a maneuver.
You would like it to be your turn, or you would like to be interrupting someone's turn?
Am I?
That's my job.
Both.
You're not. Go. You
Yeah,
go.
go.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Now I'm worried. Okay, and I
you're
will use aim because that's maneuver, and then I'm gonna shoot. So that gives me a boost already, and then I have other advantages from friends.
You have
So-
3
Two
boosts,
Yeah,
I
3
believe.
boosts altogether, yeah, because you've got 1 from Dax,
Okay.
1 from Hop, and then
And this
1
was
from your
2 difficulty
aim.
before, if I remember correctly.
2, yeah.
Cool. And then that's it. Da-da-da-da.
You cannot fail.
Nice.
Add 3 on top of that.
Success for 8 damage on the blue one, right? We said.
Let's-
This ion cannon fires. The shot strikes this.
Can't he make
flank
that a
cannon.
kill shot?
It is a kill shot.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Because
it-
you can use
And,
your
and when you
2 to-
say kill, it's quite.
I don't know what you mean by making it a
Aggressive.
kill shot, but
Well,
you mean
because
make it
he
a
can use
crit,
2
right?
advantages to make it a crit.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh.
matter. You've shut it down anyway. You've dealt enough.
Is critical
system
additional for?
strain
Yeah, that's
to
what
this
that means.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can give them crits all day long, but they're just like little minions, so it's
Yeah.
not the same. As soon as they hit the threshold, they're out.
Right.
This thing completely shuts down the clone
looks
in it is
sad.
like hitting the display, and it's just like completely powered down.
Bloody clinker.
That's me.
I think he's talking to the turret.
He's talking to the turret.
Yeah, that's what they call them. Actually.
They call droids, but
They would never call you a clanker. Too handsome.
the last one can't go either, so it's another player character, which I think
My
is
turn.
Nuada. Yeah.
So
Almost.
question, did we know in character that they were doing the comp, that they're trying to bring up the comms array? I don't think we did, right?
Absolutely,
We
you
saw
can
it.
see it happening.
do?
The thing is
Oh,
like
okay,
opening
okay,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
flower,
Alright
like
then.
a big mechanical flower.
And
it's
you
clearly
said that's
doing
in
that.
range, right?
Yes, it is the same as one of these flank cannons. It's in the same area.
Okay. And
It's a building. You know?
okay. So no, I get it. It's whether or not, because I feel like Nuada would want to kill the people potentially doing damage to us before prioritizing the array, but that's because I know that we've got an extra round before the
You
array
can give me
is
a
up, and I
warfare
don't
check
think-
if you want.
Well, I don't think Nuada would know that, so I think she would just immediately go, we
You've
can't
been
let that
nothing but
communication go out.
a child of war so far, though.
What do you mean? That's what I'm...
You've
What
been
I'm
in
saying
a
is
war
I don't
for
think
the
she
last
would...
2 years.
No, I agree, which is why I think I would say that communication just can't go out at whatever the cost is. If he says
Oh,
they're
right.
reloading
I
this
thought you
round,
meant
then
you
Dax will have
didn't
an
know
opportunity
that you
to shoot
had
this guy.
in-game
Yeah,
2
no,
rounds. But you
No,
do
no,
know
no,
these
yeah.
are slow maneuvers.
It doesn't matter, the array's going up, so I'll try to shoot that because I think that Dax can take the other thing out.
It is way more dangerous that they get a communication up to the
Yes.
destroyer.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I was gonna.
The
So I
immediate
will
threat is
take that
obviously
out.
the flank
Yeah.
cannon, but
Yeah.
Right.
if they can
okay.
get a communication up.
So,
Good God, yeah, Star Destroyer.
difficulty 2 for that?
Difficulty 2, yeah. Oh, actually, it is.
It is a higher silhouette, right?
Yeah, it is a much bigger silhouette. What is a building? I think it's. Where did I save silhouettes? Does it matter when it's bigger than you? What's the rule on it being bigger than you?
If it's bigger, what's its silhouette?
That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
don't know
Like
yet,
without.
I'm trying to figure it out.
that's
Oh
what-
yeah, if
whether I need
it's
to actually
too
give a specific
larger,
one.
I think it's if it's too larger than the ship, then it's easier for us.
Yeah. I'm just
2 or
wondering
more.
a specific silhouette matters or not.
The
here
Star
it is. Hold
Stalker
on, got
is
it.
a 4.
3, 4, 5, 6. So this is silhouette 6.
Okay, so it is a difficulty of 1.
Okay.
It's a really big target.
Okay. It's a really big target. I am... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, you have at least 2 boosts from me.
Oh, that's right. I thought I only had one. Okay, thank you. I will also use a light side point and give myself an upgrade. Which I know
Just reminded me I even had them to use. That's where my GM brain
You're
is at.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yep. Could have been doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I fucking did that. Okay, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Do you get successes from
I do.
your thing too? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I do. It's till the end of this turn.
And
You
this
get 3,
deals
so that'd be 5 successes.
On 7 damage.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
only
sorry, I'm
2.
sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's only
Oh,
2
sorry.
advantages, but can I use those advantages to make it a critical?
no, you need 3.
Oh, okay.
The
I thought it
crit
was 2.
range. No, the crit range is on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what critical 3 means. Yeah. So some things are 2, but this one
Got it.
isn't. It doesn't matter. You've done
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You destroy, like, it's not like you decimate the whole building, but you just decimate the top of the array enough to break
Right.
some of the radar equipment, some of the
The sad
bits that go
flower now.
flying off the top of this building. The clones are in the thing.
They took out the array.
It's over. You've done
Okay,
it.
the array is down, and we gotta get out of here.
Good thinking.
Dax, take that out and get on board, please.
And then I will actually take 2 strain now to use my force ability as a maneuver to try to give him automatic successes again.
Cool.
Yeah. 2 strain. Sorry, that's this ship's strain, not my strain, because I'm listening to the music and freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're back at the top of the next round. They still have a whole other round to reload this flank cannon, and it is someone's turn.
Oh wait, I have to try to roll this and see if it works, because I might not
Alright.
actually succeed. Let me take the difficulty down. I'll use the 2 light side, obviously, and not the dark side.
Yeah.
So 2 successes.
Okay.
All right. So that'll be my turn then.
Yeah.
Are we at the top of the round?
Yeah.
Put around.
Okay.
Oh, this wasn't your first move. This was the end of your last move, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, but yeah.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just gonna fire. I'll use a light side point to increase the I'll upgrade.
Okay.
The difficulty is 2, and I will fire.
Ooh, mama. Those are good symbols.
I don't even know. You know what? I'm just gonna. So that would be 7. That'd be 10 damage plus I've got a triumph and an advantage. Does that kill it?
It's how much damage?
10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
The final
That's
flank
right?
cannon explodes.
Okay.
I would advise you use the triumph to give the bonus to the next piloting check to get us the fuck out of here.
Hold on.
Unless Dax does Dax.
Mm-hmm.
Does something else.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I actually thought he was going to do
communications
that
thing.
now.
So with the triumph, I mean, I guess the combat's over though, right? Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, we
really?
have to get out of here, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You,
I assumed
you,
it wasn't over.
I'm seeing what he does because it's orcish, so
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. He's like, I'd set off a bomb in the Starstalker and kill all the
He's
other
gonna
players.
eat
I actually
okay.
thought he was
Entirety of
going to get
Diamond
out
Squad.
and go get the guy and then bring him on
It's like
board.
you get
So
land.
Well,
I thought, I
Um,
thought he was going
This
to
is
do
what
that.
I mean. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
trust
what
what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
I'd like to use the Force to communicate with the Emperor
Yeah.
and talk about a tea time, potentially.
You can.
I land my
I'm
ship
free
next
on
to
Wednesday.
the disabled turret, and I'd like to get out and see if I can get that clone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, this changes everything. Okay.
Does that mean we're still in combat? So I have a triumph.
Well, I mean, the clone isn't just like laying there waiting for you to.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you're bringing the ship down and landing it right next to the flak cannon in the jungle.
Well, I assume there's going to be some open area near it, so it can shoot at us.
Roll me
yeah.
a D3. Because you know what I realized I didn't do correctly?
I don't know.
No. I don't suppose you do. A 3. Cool.
Never know.
That's nice to know. Yeah, so Starstalker is going up and he starts to land his ship. What are you doing in that moment just before we get to him?
Is he landing?
Yeah, he's probably going for one of the clones.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
We wait for him.
Okay. So Hop will land, slow down, and land right next to the other ship.
On the landing pads. So
Yeah.
these flak cannons are up by the building. So imagine there's a beach and then just a jungle and there's a bunch of buildings in that. He's landing in the jungle. You're landing at the bay. There's a Lambda shuttle on the other thing and there's another bay. All right, cool. Let's go to... let's get rid of these.
Won't
Get rid
use
of
the
these.
Force, but will jeopardize all of our lives and lie to us. Awesome.
What is the?
So good.
Suddenly Hop doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up, Hop. We have. How far away? I guess we'll see here in a second.
Okay.
Or we won't. How far away are we compared to Orcish and Cannon?
You are a whole beach away, so it would be probably long range. So I'll put you on there as well, but we'll see what he does first. Are you just going in lightsaber blazing, or do you have a plan here? What's your plan of approach? As you get out, you know what? Let me see how smart this clone is. How cunning this particular clone is. And then I will determine what he's doing. Yeah, I don't think he's obviously just there. He's not sat in the thing anymore. But he can't have gone far.
Okay, I'll try to stealth up to it and see if he's still in sight. Like, do I know he's not in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I will stealth. I will try to stealth. Be stealthy, and move around the
Don't
jungle
try.
to see if I can spot him.
Cool. In that case, roll. Let's roll initiatives again. And let's put all of you guys here. And we're gonna bring in Corporal Scratcher. But there's more.
Ah, he's the worst one.
But wait. There's more.
Cool, or some vigilance?
Which one of
Well,
you?
vigilance
So
as
is
well.
this a new encounter?
It's a brand new encounter, yeah.
All right.
Hot and fresh.
Oh, right, yeah, it's, Ratchet. Where are you?
His 777 also boosted this character.
Sorry, I'm having the technical nightmare.
All right.
We're watching this happen, so I'm just assuming this is a cool roll.
No, this is still vigilance because you are not prepared for this.
Okay.
Well,
And
Music is sick,
then
holy shit.
Keo. Ratchet and Keo.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, so let's have Ratchet roll on cool, because he was prepared for you. He watched you land. Scratcher definitely was not prepared for you, and
Oh, Jesus.
Keo was prepared for you.
Oh.
Okay, are we all on there?
You had difficulty on yours.
yeah, I know. I'm
And a
doing it right now. I get a boost.
Nice.
Which one am I
Cool.
deleting? 4.
You're deleting the 4-2.
The 4, 2, and doing the 3, 3, I guess.
Okay. Neither of you are visible to each other right now,
Okay.
but you're both aware that you're nearby.
All right.
Those of us in the long range, we can move one space back and be in the same ring as. I'm just kidding. That'd be so annoying.
To move from long to extreme, I think it takes 2 maneuvers. I'll have to double check. But technically, you kind of can't because there's nothing but open ocean behind you.
I'm not doing that. But I was just saying, like the target, just being like, oh, now we're in the extreme distance. I'm just being stupid. Don't worry about it.
Literally at the point where I can't capture everything correctly on the stream, so you guys will just have to suck it up for a second. Okay. Right, what are you doing? First PC. I'm assuming we want to let Dax go first, but
Canonically makes sense.
alternatively,
I don't
you
mind
could
if someone
let
else wants to.
Yamada go and she can battle meditate.
I can battle meditate, but the only reason why I said that is because I did actually anticipate that you were going to land and try to go for a trooper. I thought you might. So I will do that this round. One difficulty. No boost.
Ooh. Wouldn't those lights cancel out, or am I reading that wrong? That light cancel out with one of the blacks?
No, because it's just,
to generate.
I'm just
Oh,
need
you're
to generate
generating.
it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to decide if I would use a dark side or not. Because the way I've been doing it is if it's a high emotion scenario, then I don't think I know how have the control to stop it. And I don't want Dax to die. So I think, I'm so sorry, but I think I would. I hope this doesn't actually affect you.
For the
in
record,
combat,
you three
but-
have no visual on Dax right now. With your
We know
eyes.
generally where he landed, right?
You can
Yeah.
see where his ship landed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
okay.
he landed over by the flat cannons. And you have some idea of
Yeah.
a bird's eye view of the island because you've been up there firing down on them for a couple of minutes, but
Right.
just in case you can't see him. So that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I would. So I'll use one light side and one dark side. So everybody reduce their willpower by 1 for the rest of the encounter.
Oh. Ooh.
but you get 2 automatic successes before the end of my next turn.
Oh, good.
And are you going to use a maneuver?
Yeah, I'll move toward where I think this fucking shit is going down. Because we can't see him. So
A ship too, right? So would it take us a maneuver to get out of the ship?
yeah, maybe. Like,
I gave everyone a free route of your ships.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Thank you.
You know.
Very kind.
And I gave the clones that as well.
Okay.
then yeah, I'll move forward, but I
I don't know if you need to get from long to medium. If you need 2, I need to double check to move that range band. But just assume you do for now, and I'll tell you if not.
Assume she moves the way?
yeah, I was wondering if I should use my 4C to see which way he went, but that's okay. I will move forward. I'll move forward a range band.
Yeah, it's 1 maneuver for 1 range band and 2 maneuvers for 2.
Yeah, but I already did
but
an
there
action, right?
There is some that are different between
Like
moving
long and
from
extreme.
medium to long
Oh,
requires 2
yeah.
maneuvers.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Strange.
So I don't move.
Because
Alright.
long range is further than a few dozen meters.
Okay, that I didn't know that. That makes sense though.
Then I don't move.
Can we get that as a... Is that in here?
It is
On
on
our-
their cheat sheet, combat cheat sheet.
Thank
It's
you.
just a
Nice.
little wordy, but yeah, it's
Cool.
Alright, next, play a character.
I would like to move a range band, but I can also wait.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
This, okay.
I haven't gone yet.
Right. Would you like to? You want to go first?
No, go on. Go on, that's fine.
Okay.
Your strain and wounds are set to max right now on the screen.
They
Have you
are,
taken
aren't
all that
they?
damage?
I'm dead. No, that was from... No, I did not take all that damage. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna use my maneuver. I could do that. Do a two maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
Use my
Yep.
Yeah, I will do that. I will move up. I have my saber staff not ignited, but I'm running toward behind my back, low, and in a sprint.
Okay. Alright. Now let me aim.
I've got something.
Like I'm running in a
Give me
field or
anything you've
across a
got right
beachhead.
now, because something is about to
Yeah.
fire at you.
Yeah, when targeted by a combat check, you may perform dodge incidental to suffer a number of strain no greater than the ranks of dodge, which is 2, and then upgrade the difficulty. So I'm upgrading your difficulty by 2.
Upgrade the difficulty by 2 for what? Sorry, what was it you're doing?
Anything you attack me with right now.
This is a passive?
It's an incidental. I take 2 strain, and then I can do upgrade your difficulty twice. It's awesome.
It's dodge. It's the ability dodge.
It's dodge. So the exact wording is, when targeted by combat check, may perform a dodge incidental to suffer a number of strain no greater than ranks of dodge, and I have 2 ranks.
Right.
Then upgrade the difficulty of the check by that number.
Okay, alright. I'll use a dark side point as well. So that upgrades that upgrades that. Alright, I think that's it. So it's yeah, let's see here. Alright. Here comes a shot from a sniper rifle. It's aiming at you. This slug thrower fires, and as you start moving, you land your ship and start moving through the underbrush. The shot goes off. A bullet, a kinetic bullet, whistling past your ears, and you realize that they have a sniper on their side. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Thanks for watching.